Devil Tongue and Phantom Lover. Devil Tongue and Phantom Lover.
You had to play that.
Let's get one thing perfectly clear. Love us or hate us, we're here. We're not going anywhere. We are in your face on your podcast on Spreaker.com.
I like that intro. I think you should keep that.
I will.
You know what? I think you need to go back and do that again. I like that. But...
Well, not right now.
Not right now. But I mean, like, that was really cool. I think you need to go back, listen to yourself, and hear that. I like that.
All right.
But you know what I was thinking of when you had the first part going of people clapping us?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, we should have a DJ.
We'll work on that.
You know? Like, I don't know why. When you had that on, it reminded me a little bit of old school. It'd be like, din 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 din. I'm like, oh.
Right now, we did a podcast on stress, and we got mad issues. Like, I'm over my data limit. I'm not even going to front. It's going to flip, but I'm just saying, I can't get no Wi-Fi. It's kind of rough. It's kind of rough up in here.
Well, you know what that means? That means you need to work for it.
Yeah.
That means you got to work that couch.
Yeah. Ooh.
That means you need that hookup.
Casting couch. In light, what's today's date again? Today is October
11th.
October 11th. All right. In light of the Harvey Weinstein scandal, this show is about the casting couch. Maybe you're familiar with it, maybe you're not. Maybe you've heard the legendary rumor or not. But casting couch, which is not in the dictionary, is basically, although I'll say it could apply to both sexes, what a woman has to put out in order to get put on in Hollywood.
The casting couch.
Mm-hmm. And I'll give you an example. You walk into said talent agent's office. Said talent agent says to you, you got the look, and you could be the next, I'll take your pick, Marilyn Monroe or Angelina Jolie, whoever. And, I really like you, and I think you'll be great for this upcoming movie. Plus some commercials, and plus some this and that. But, you see that nice leather couch over there? I need you to lay down on it.
And sometimes it's not even a leather couch for you to lay down. Usually it goes down. You want this part? Well, I want a favor from you.
Oh, yeah. Notice how they say favor.
Favor.
Party favor.
And then, usually, sometimes the couch is included, and sometimes the couch is not. So I'm just letting you know. It's more of, I rub your back and you rub mine. Type of situation.
No, it's more like you rub my back and I'll stroke your everything else.
Yeah. Basically, you're not getting your job on merit. You're getting it on jobs. Usually blowjobs.
You're getting the job on your knees is basically what she's saying.
That's right. And you're not the cleaning lady.
The problem with the casting couch is that I think it's very poorly yet well kept secret in Hollywood, and it just recently came to light again, thanks to the Harvey Weinstein scandal.
Well, it really never came to light. It's always been there. It's been Hollywood or acting in general, dirty secret. That's what it is, basically.
Okay, I like how you put that.
It's always been there. We don't talk about it a lot or enough. People use it as
don't get us wrong, because both Phantom and I have backgrounds in,
right,
film, acting, television, etc. Yet, what she said, there's a lot of truth to it, a lot of accuracy to it, that it's not what you know. You could be a triple threat. You could have the voice, you could have the writing skills, the dancing, but it's more like who you know and maybe who you're gonna know.
Right. And so what ends up happening is that the human condition, okay, and we're all human. We all have a side that we all get thirsty. Okay? And that's sad. And what happened is that some of us can control that thirst, and some of us cannot. And so what happened is that you get those who are gullible, who wants to be made, who wants to be in that film, who wants to just to get their face on the screen, and they're willing to do whatever they need to do, to get it.
Take a quick pause. Isn't it true / accurate that there are many performers, some male, many female, who have laid down on that casting couch?
And you're right.
Whether they regret it or not, I don't know. That's them on a personal basis. But, because this is my big break. That's them saying that to themselves. So, okay, fine. I do what I got to do.
True. But sometimes you don't need to sell your soul for it. Because you know what? In the end, you might think you're getting an Academy Award, but in a way, your soul has been broken. You getting to where you need to go, but then you're the same person that, you're living a reckless life, and then you're on the therapy couch because of everything, the decisions you made previous for you to be where you at today. So you know what? It's not worth it. It's not really worth it. But you know what? As long as there are casting directors, executives, whatever, in high places who are doing mega films, or what you call it, mega buster films or whatever, you're always going to have that line waiting outside the door. You're always going to have that person who wants to be auditioning, and then you're going to have that person that says, you know what, I really want to skip this line, and you know what, I think I'm better than everybody who's here, and guess what? Somebody is either listening to you, whatever, and then they bring you in, and you're not being based on your talent. You're being based on what you can perform.
Well, let's take a sub-branch to that, the porn industry.
Go ahead.
Again, like we was politicking earlier,
right.
A lot has changed.
Right.
Now it's sort of admirable to be a stripper. But the porn industry, they had always regarded the talent as inferior to, I guess, your A-listers. That's the best way to put it. Same kind of applies to B movies as well. But basically, if you were doing porn, it was because you couldn't cut it in mainstream Hollywood.
Okay, well, once upon a time when I was in film school, okay, yes, I did go to film school. The butt joke of film school was basically everybody wanted. The worst case scenario was porn. So it was like everybody's butt joke was, look, if I don't make it in Hollywood, I will always make it in porn. And that will always be the butt joke. Because it was like, if I can't make it nowhere, there's always porn. Right. And guess what? They were right. And porn now is big than ever. Okay? Is bigger than ever.
Well, thanks to the internet, porn.
Oh, porn is through the roof. And guess what? People up there doing their own porn, and they up there selling it and doing all of that, making profit and everything. I would not be doing that, but I'm just saying.
Keep it real. It's dirt cheap.
It is dirt cheap. Because all you need is a camera in the room. That's all you need. I mean, back in the day, I remember when porn used to have, dialogue. Hell, you flip on the switch and they're already doing it. There's no dialogue. It's like they're already straight off pumping and humping off the back. They're already doing that. So I remember back when they used to have dialogue and get you into it. Now you just in it. They don't even slide you into it like, oh wow, where we going with this? Now we already in it.
And softcore versus hardcore, it doesn't matter. As far as
versus the stuff that they do in Japan, that's all crazy.
Well, we're talking about, help me out. What's that called again?
Tentacles?
No,
not the type of porn.
Japanime, what? Yeah, what?
Anime?
It's something.
I don't know what type it is, but they got something over there called tentacles. All
right,
and I was bugging out off of that. Okay, and when I saw the definition,
hentai. That's what I was looking for.
I don't know about that, but when I saw,
that's the Japanese animated porn.
Okay, because I was looking at something called technical. Tentacles, and I had to look that sucker up. All right, and when I looked it up and saw what it was about, I was like, oh, y'all freaks. Y'all are freaks.
Tentacles.
I love you Honda people, but y'all are freaks.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick sidebar. Remember that movie Better Off Dead?
Yes, I love that movie.
All right, so you remember when she was describing how dude wouldn't keep his testicles off of her?
Oh,
and he said, "No tentacles."
Oh man, I forgot that part in the movie. All I remember from Better Off Dead is $2. $2. I was like, yo.
True movie nostalgia.
That's what I'm saying. All I remember was $2.
But they didn't have to lay on the casting couch.
No, they didn't. But then you know what, too? I think some of them had hookups because I think the main character, I don't know if his parent was in the industry, but I knew his sister was in the industry.
Well, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, so you usually have like a pair, you usually have sister, brothers, the whole crew, the whole family,
Okay.
then one brings in the other, and so,
I'm going to pick on someone very specific.
Go ahead.
George Clooney.
Okay.
Based on, Rosemary Clooney is what relation now?
That's his aunt.
Okay. But they felt that although Rosemary was who she was, he couldn't cut it.
Well, then you have to understand, too, Rosemary Clooney, she was married to Abel Ferrara, I think it was. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's his name correct. I don't know if that's the son or the father.
Right.
And he was an actor. He was a famous, I think, Latino actor. That and then his father was an actor. But his father was like a comedian actor. So it was like he came from a long line. So they already had the blood. They already had the hookup. You know what I'm saying? It's like Rob Reiner. If you know Meathead from, All in the Family.
Right. His
father was good friends with Norman Lear, and okay. Norman Lear was the creator of a lot of shows, The Jeffersons, Good Times, All in the Family,
right?
And so they were good buddies. So that's why he got the job that he got as an actor, and then ended up being a director because his father and them were good friends. So sometimes it's who you know business, and put on. Case in point, look at, and I know this is music, but look at Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was what? A little kid on YouTube, whatever, and got picked up by Usher. Usher brought him in.
Well, but put it this way. He didn't know Usher personally.
That's not the point.
Okay.
But Usher hooked him up.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? He was a nobody. Usher found him. Usher pushed him. You think Justin Bieber found himself? No. Usher found Justin Bieber.
Of course.
So that's what I'm saying. There's a hookup.
And that's getting back to the casting couch issue, that hence is the problem. I don't know you, and if you want me to get to know you, well, you're going to have to lay on this couch, and then you can have the script.
And some people put out, and some people don't. Some people have dignity, and some people don't. Some people are just like, it's just a moment in time, and I'm going to get to where I got to go. And some people are saying this might be forever. So you know what? Sometimes it's worth it, and sometimes it's not.
But like you said, it was Hollywood's dirty little secret, and it finally blew up in Hollywood's face simply because a lot of women came forward to put Harvey Weinstein on blast about his sexual advances. Mind you, unwanted sexual advances towards them.
Well, here's my question. Why did it take them till now? That's the part that always kills me of a lot of things. Now, I can understand if these were women who were held in captivity in a hostage situation where somebody, they had no means of outside contact or whatever. These women were walking free all day, every day, going into other movies, probably worked on other productions underneath his name. Why? Well, I just didn't understand why, because my thing is this. If it took one domino for the whole effect, kudos. But my thing is that the domino should have affected like 15 years ago.
Well, keep in mind, oftentimes they think that it's just them and they're alone and they have no support. Perfect example. I forget the name of the person who actually did try to go undercover, or she went undercover. She wore a wire, and the New York district attorney decided not to prosecute the case because he said, according to New York law, they did not have enough to prosecute Harvey Weinstein.
You know what it is? I don't think it's that. I think what happened is that power comes into play.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think if he was like a low-end drug dealer, he would have got caught. If he was a high-end drug dealer, then guess what? He can afford those lawyers. He can afford to get off. You get what I'm saying? So guess what? He's not a low-end player. He's a high-end player.
Well, one thing. Okay, in the time we have left, I'll do a quick reenactment.
Go ahead.
So I'm Harvey Weinstein. You say, well, you touched me, I didn't appreciate it. Okay, I'm sorry I touched you, but you need to sit down so we can go over this script. See what I mean? As opposed to me saying, and you know what? If you want to be in this next movie of mine, you're going to lay on the couch again.
Well, see, the thing is that from day one, you did that. It'd be like, you know what? I know you don't want to lose the job, but guess what? It's not worth it. It's not, but I understand you're in a rock and a hard place. You don't want to lose the job, but then you know what? You don't want to work with him either, because guess what? Once you put out, you always have to put out.
And this dude in particular, he could definitely make and break careers for real. Yeah, we got to go, but you know what? We'll be back again. So, I know, damn it. And I said we'll be back again.
Bye.
Double, cut him over. Stay off that casting couch.